I don't know about you, but November is starting to feel to me a whole lot like March and April. Back in early April on Palm Sunday, I talked about anticipatory grief. You can think about anticipatory grief as that feeling of standing on train tracks, seeing a train out of control barreling your way and being unable to move. It's that feeling of things are bad now, and I know things are going to be worse very soon, but I can't do anything about it. And here we are 7 months later, finding ourselves in an all too familiar position. For better and for worse, we've been here before. We can see what's coming and are in so many ways unable to do anything about it. Children are being sent home from school. Parents are losing their jobs. Families are being told to stay away from the rest of their families for a major holiday. Businesses and streets are empty, and hospitals are full. When we find ourselves in a situation like this, it's really difficult to think about being thankful. In some ways, thinking about being thankful almost feels selfish. And so, at this time when the CDC is actually telling us to cancel our holiday plans, we're tempted even to just say, you know what, let's cancel Thanksgiving altogether. Today, we wrap up our story of the life of Jeremiah, this public truth teller. Jeremiah was sent to his family, his friends, and his nation to encourage them to change their ways. And yet, instead of changing their ways as they stood there on those train tracks, rather than jumping off, they walked towards the train that was barreling towards them. And suddenly they found themselves far away from home, far away from the life to which they had become familiar, and grasping for what life was going to be like going forward. The life as they knew it had come to an end. So as they found themselves as strangers in a strange land, they maybe even wondered, what on earth can we be thankful for? And into that, though Jeremiah had many hard things to say to these people, he left them with words of encouragement. Yes, the before times have come to an end. Yes, we find ourselves in this new, really difficult normal, but it's time to start thinking about the next normal. This is God's message, the God who made earth, made it livable and lasting, known everywhere as God. Call to me, and I will answer you. I'll tell you marvelous and wondrous things that you could never figure out on your own. While Jeremiah was still locked up in jail, a second message from God was given to him. Yes, God's message. You're going to look at this place, these empty and desolate towns of Judah and streets of Jerusalem, and say, a wasteland, unlivable. Not even a dog could live here. But the time is coming when you're going to hear laughter and celebration, marriage festivities, people exclaiming, thank God of the angel armies. He's so good. His love never quits, as they bring thank offerings into God's temple. I'll restore everything that was lost in this land. I'll make everything as good as new. I, God, say so. You might even say that Jeremiah was helping his family, friends, and nation to uncancel their Thanksgiving. Yes, there is anticipatory grief, but maybe right alongside that, there can be anticipatory gratitude. Maybe gratitude is this small glimmer of light at the end of a tunnel, demanding of us a wild imagination to see a time when things are as they should be. As Diana Butler Bass writes, we don't have to be thankful for all things, but we can be grateful through all things. You see, it's easy to forget the goodness in our lives when in midst of great challenge, but gratitude can get us through challenges and give us perspective. Honestly, I was struggling this week with how to talk about thankfulness and gratitude. And so I went to my Grove group, and together some of us compiled a list of things that we can be grateful for, even when we struggle to figure out how to be thankful. And that list includes being grateful for our bodies, that while we are distracted by the news of the day, continue to pump blood and fill our lungs with air without us giving it a thought. We can be grateful for the ability to get tested for the coronavirus, even while we lament its spread. We can be grateful for scientists who have worked around the world and around the clock to find therapies and vaccines to combat the virus. We can be grateful for essential workers who keep us healthy and keep things going. We can be grateful for people working hard to stay home to keep people safe, many of whom we have never and will never meet. We can be grateful for new conversations about how to make our systems more just and equitable. We can be grateful for time with family, hard and chaotic, but together. We can be grateful for technology that are not a perfect replacement, yet keep us connected to the family we can't be with. And we can be grateful that there is a God who knows us, loves us, and wants good things for us. Amidst my own anticipatory grief this week, I caught myself, like Jeremiah, anticipating when this is all done. A time when there will be laughter and celebration, marriage festivities, and people exclaiming, "Thank God. God is so good. God's love never quits." And for that, I am incredibly grateful.
Hear these words from a hymn written in the 1800s called "Now on Land and Sea Descending" as our evening prayer. Now on land and sea descending brings the night its peace profound. Let our vesper hymn be blending with the holy calm around. Soon as dies the sunset glory, stars of heaven shine out above, telling still the ancient story of their Creator's changeless love. All praise to Thee, my God, this night, while the stars hold creation's light. Oh, that these hours of dark may be sinless and a rest for the weak, to raise with hope renewed as morning. Now our wants and burdens leaving, to God's care who cares for all, end our fearing and our grieving, touched by God our burdens fall. As the darkness deepens over us and the eternal stars arise, hope and faith and love rise glorious, shining in the Spirit's skies. All praise to Thee, my God, this night, while the stars hold creation's light. Oh, that these hours of dark may be sinless and a rest for the weak, to raise with hope renewed as morning.
When this cruel world tears us apart, your love is like from my heart. When I am tired and so afraid, your love is like a fire that will light my way. When darkness falls and my vision fades, your love is like a fire that will light my way. And it's always burning and stirring my soul to know you and love you much more. It never stops or ever fades. Your love is like a fire that will light my way. It's never gonna stop. And it's flowing from my heart. It's never gonna fade. Your fire will light my way. When all my strength and hope is gone, your love is like a rock that I am standing on. It's never gonna stop. It's flowing from my heart. It's never gonna fade away. Your love is like a river flowing from my heart. Your love is like a fire that will light my way. Your love is like a rock that I am standing on. Your love is like a river flowing from my heart.
Once again, we are so happy that you joined us for our alternative worship. We at The Grove seek to grow goodness, and so we hope that everything you see, everything you hear, every interaction that you have with us shows that we are expanding our circle of inclusion. Now, as we go this week, I have 3 things in 1 minute, the most important 3 things for you to know this week. Number 1, Advent. Next week, we're beginning our Advent series, and Christmas is a great time to invite new people. And being online, it makes it even easier to invite people in. So we encourage you to share the things that we are doing, share the videos we are producing with the people in your orbit to get them connected to The Grove. Number 2, meal ministry. We're working with our friends at Sawashko Cares and Washington County to expand a new meal ministry here in Cottage Grove. If you or someone you know is looking for a safe way to serve very practically in our community, you can message us below and we'll send you more information. Number 3, giving. God has blessed us with so much, and giving back is one way to show our gratitude. If you are committed to The Grove and you want to show that commitment and make sure that this vibrant ministry can continue, we encourage you to give, and you can do so by following the link below. Now, as we go, rather than offering my own benediction, I'm going to toss it back to Katie.
Now our wants and burdens leaving, to God's care who cares for all, and our fearing and our grieving. Touched by God, our burdens fall. Oh, touched by God, our burdens fall. Oh, praise to thee, my God, this night. While the stars hold creation's light. Oh, that these hours of dark may be sinless and a rest for the weak, to raise with hope renewed as morning.